Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt. We've got a little tiny dinosaur. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty good by my standards. But the problem is we don't have enough tiny dinosaurs. So that's what we're going to work on today. Among many other things. We've got an increase of quality. We haven't had one of those yet. No, we haven't. Great. Awesome. So we're going to continue working on getting Next Light together today, which will involve more dinosaurs. As many things honestly should involve more dinosaurs, except, oddly enough, the sitcom dinosaurs. That needed significantly less dinosaurs, and they resolved that at the end of the show. Weirdest way to end a family sitcom. They killed all the dinosaurs. They killed the entire main cast. More hard hatasaurs? Yeah, we will. Don't worry, we're getting them. I know I could just drag. I should drag. I wouldn't look good in drag. Maybe I would, I don't know. Not the mama. Oh god, yeah. Their amazing catchphrase, not the mama. I can just drag. I know I can just drag. I know. I've been told I should drag. Okay, so. Erican's 8,000. It's my cat furries. Indeed. What am I going to do with this iron oxide? I don't know. Phase, not furries. Oh, phrase. That's alright, furries are allowed. Remember that. The rules are that furries are allowed. But no fae or... what was the other thing? No fae undead or fiends. If I can think of an F word for fiend... the hell's the thing's called? Demons? Yeah, they're fiends. I need an F word for undead. That is like a catch-all. But catchphrase, but cat phrase. Oh, I see. That's clever. Fiends and demons are different. You know what? You're not wrong. But I also don't care. Okay. Wait. Oh, I see. What if we do that? No, I don't... Oh! No, it was fine. I just had a stupid. We do need to deal with that iron oxide in a moment, which will be handled with ruthless efficiency, and by that I'm going to burn it. That's only going to make, like... didn't even make one line of yellow. Not even close. Okay, that's fine then. You see, if you see one image, just put it in the Discord, bro. Just put it in the Discord. Stop making full belts of things. No. You stop making full belts of things. Boom. Checkmate, atheists. Extending one of your underbelts. Oh yeah, I suppose I could see that. You like my cape? Alright, let's see what this, let's close some things. I don't even have... where's Discord? Alright. What are we looking at? What are you doing? Building Massive, long insert. What's wrong? Nothing. I think that's fine. It looks like you've just built a very long belt, which I think is correct. It looks like a cape. Oh, you mean my hoodie? Just a hood. It's just a hood in case I feel cold or I want to be a little bit more emo. It's honestly, it's not a favorite in the house. Panda wishes I would get rid of it or get a new one, but it hasn't happened yet. Cat from the Hood. Yeah, I'm like the Hood. You know, everyone's favorite Marvel villain. Has anyone seen the official Dungeon Master attire for D&D? The one with the bald cap? Is that the one you're talking about? Who even plays D&D? Dude, well, I was going to say I do, but technically I'm playing Kids on Bikes at the moment. I love D&D. I never watched that D&D show back in the day. I assume it's terrible. I heard Matt step down as Game Master. Yeah, I did, but also I don't care. Like, no offense to Matt Mercer. I think Matt Mercer's great, but I have never watched Critical Role. And Brennan is wonderful, so I also don't care there either. I think he will do well. If anything, I actually care more. Because I like Brennan. Oh, is he playing as well? That's nice. I didn't know Mercer was playing. I haven't updated the mod, by the way, Solburn. Sorry. We'll get around to it one day. You know, I could just do that. Didn't require that many. Also, I may have made a mistake here. Not only have I made a mistake here, I've made two mistakes here. Which is the incorrect number of mistakes to make. Oh, I don't have spaceships yet, so no mistake. Yeah, I don't have the big mistake either. That's disgusting and I hate it. But also... yeah, I mean, look, I think it's fine. Build long pipes. Long pipes is the way of the future. You know who tells you otherwise doesn't understand the point of long pipes. Me, I favor a long pipe, you know? I see a long pipe and I know I'm in for a good time. I don't quite know what I'm referring to there, but I know what I'm talking about. I literally just said I don't, but that's alright. Honestly, I haven't touched RSO in ages, and I'm actually not even entirely sure what it does anymore. But don't bother informing me, I also don't really care that much. I know someone was about to tell me. Okay. Sorry. I'm being gross. I can hear my little dinosaur working right now. Why don't you get a job, little dinosaur? It's like, I have a job. This is my job. I got you back into Factorio. You're welcome. Unless you got into Pi, in which case I'm sorry. Okay. We'll put a radar down here, just because I feel like another radar is probably a good thing to have. Didn't really open up much. Okay, you got into Pi, then I'm sorry. See, that's how it swings around. Okay, then with the coal and the 2 belts, we're going to go 3 of these. And I think we separate them a little bit. Yes, we're building over an ore patch. I don't really care right now. If this upsets you, sorry. That's also the most I can do for you, just say sorry. I'm not actually going to change anything. Quality? Yeah, we can do quality. Dunzo. Alright. So tar comes out like that. Wait, no. Yes. And then tar is connected. And then coal gas comes out like that. That's connected to that, and then tar is connected to... Oh, it's so close. Okay, so then coal and tar are all connected quite nicely, in fact. Absolutely fuming right now. Why? Oh, because building on resources? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. But again, as stated, don't care. I don't like it either. It looks really messy, but I actually can't even mine this shit yet. It's a rare source. I mean, it's not. That's why I'm building on it. Oil sand. There's a lot of oil sand around as well, I believe. Yeah, no, I don't care. These look like they could be railguns. They are, just very slow railguns. That's not going to cut it very well. Let me do that. Okay, now one of these requires 3 inserters in. Okay. And then of course we put power down, because everybody loves power. I know I do. Hope we can get to the lizards today. I mean, lizards take a while to get to. I don't know how far into the game you are, so maybe you are really close to lizards, I don't know. And that's going to output how much? Almost nothing. Okay, cool. That's fine by me. Flip horizontally. Right, yes, because that goes out like that, goes in like that, like that. Trying for the second science pack. Oh, you're gonna be a little way from the lizards if you're only going second science pack now, by the way. Yeah. That's okay. Pi is not a sprint. What you must learn about Pi, it is a light jog. With screaming. Which, if you ever jogged near me, you'll know that screaming is a relevant part of jogging when I'm involved. The screaming is my favourite part of jogging. That's not true. I don't jog. You know what I look forward to? Construction robots. Just for being able to just do the fiddly bits. The fiddly bits being able to be done would just be nice. Hello, Horst. It's more like a crawl while a 60-ton boulders change your back, so I was bashing it. Okay, it's not that bad. Not that bad. And the last one's gonna be there. All this coal gas is great. And then the last one turns coke into ash. Which is, one would argue, not ideal, but I would argue acceptable. Okay, 1, 2. And I would like to connect these across if I may. If I may. If I may not, I understand. That was one too far. I don't know why I'm caring about the aesthetics of this. I never really do, but right now I care. I can't give you a reason why I care. Just know that right now I care. I anticipate it to continue. Right in the middle, isn't it? It doesn't really have a... Fine. It bothers me a little bit, but that's okay. Was there a cleaner way to do this? Absolutely. And then... Do I care? Not really. Very rarely do I actually care. How are we doing with getting more little dinosaurs, by the way? We should be having at least one. We got at least one. One more little dinosaur is good. I might have disconnected the yellow pipe on the far left side. Don't think so. Oh. I have, but not in a way that's particularly dangerous. Alright, I had. But everything was connected, so... Okay. Okay, and then... Blink, blink, blink. Cool. So that gets me all the coke I possibly want. I can possibly turn this into making carbon dioxide later as well, should I require that. It wasn't symmetric. I know it's not symmetric. I already hear the complaints, don't you worry. I know who the complaints are coming from too, so that makes things a little bit easier. Knowing who the complaints are coming from does make my life just a tad easier. How do we feel about that? I feel good about that. That feels pretty good. Iron oxide is going to come through here eventually. It feels like it. You're going to move those be just a little bit closer. My complaint box goes straight to the trash. Not really. It goes straight to the mods. I don't have mods. Problem. It's an active problem that I have just realized right now. Well, I have. I've got my wife who doesn't view the channel anymore. No. I need a little bit more space than that. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Burn that shit, please. Thank you. And you want how many inserters? 4 inserters, okay. Okay, then that burns the coke and turns into something potentially useful. Now we've also got a way that we can take the coke out should we need to. Splitters are so good. Splitters are so good. That is not a false statement you've made. Yeah, that last one's kind of annoying. Oh! Orogs. Yeah, I kind of want Orogs, but we need intermetallics. I got a plan for Orogs. So Orogs can also be used to generate power. They run on their little hamster wheels. There's no R in Orogs? Then why am I saying Orogs? Checkmate, atheist. Just a moment, everyone. Oh yeah. I'll just turn on my cat so no one can see me eating a pavlova like some sort of monster. Guess who's about to get dessert? Guess who has to turn on the cat because I don't want people to judge me eating pavlova like a monster. Hang on a moment. Stream assets. Yeah, no, there's R in Orog. It makes more sense that way. Cat, where are you? There you are. Excellent. Now I can hide. Aha. I can hide. No, I do not want cream with it, thank you. Cream ruins these things. Oh, thank you for the big spoon, like the long spoon, that's helpful. I have a dessert. I've got a pavlova. My mum made it. It's basically a crisp meringue, I suppose you could call it. Crisp. There's cheese here, what the hell? Oh, my son didn't want his cheese, that's right. Oh. That's brilliant. Alright. You're right, I should show the snack. Quite right. It doesn't look great right now because it's all sort of broken up, but it's in there. It's like a spongy, sort of sugary treat. So the meringue part looks incel? Yeah, it's kind of incel. I like the woman doing the duck face and all the gravy is pouring onto her lap. I love that picture. Also, I like the fact that if you spell nice wrong, if you put the letters around the wrong way, it looks like you're going, kind of calling someone incel, which I know Soulbird wasn't saying, but it is. I never noticed that before, and it's funny. Your dessert looks incel. You don't get much more insulting than that, do you? Look at this incel dessert. Alright. Also, the thing is sticky as all hell, so it ain't going anywhere. Okay, and then we get ash that we have to... I think what we're going to do is pull that ash back around here. Is there a way to do that? Not really. Funny thing is, all this thing is designed to do is just... This part is just designed to make ash. And then burn the said ash. Like, that's all this part is designed to do. Like, I'm making this resource that I don't actually want. Which is very funny. I'm only making it so that way I get the extra coal gas and tar from it. That's all I actually want is the coal gas and tar. Okay, here we go. And with that, that's this part of the build complete. You have ash coming out of every nook of your factory. You open your mouth, tar comes out. By the way, if you open your mouth and tar comes out of your mouth, I'm designating you fiend, and you're no longer allowed. Let you know. Now we need some gasifiers, but along the way we're going to go make some more dinosaurs. Lights. Oh yeah, we need to gasify our gas field, you're right. Good point. This isn't even a gas... I guess this is kind of a gas field. That we're gasifying it. Thank you. We're not gasifying it. Gasifying it would be like blinking lights.
Quality? Why not?
But you are right, we did need lights. Thank you. Gasify your gas. I've heard, the thing I've heard about Jumping Jack Flash is it's a gas. It's just what I've heard. I may be incorrect. Yas, Queen! I'm gonna do that just for the light over there. It's currently coming to be daytime, and all the lights are turned off. It's a bit of a shame. But I think that's good. Alright, so, that is... That's for all the tar we need. We need like a whole bunch of gasifiers next, but... Now, I'm just going to ask a question for science. We cannot run over the dinosaur. I'm sorry that I had to try. I'm not getting forgiveness for that one. I know I'm not. You monster. Yeah, I know. I know. I respect that response. You got a hard hat for that. Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't hurt him. He's got a hard hat. Do it again. We're not just running over cute dinosaurs with hard hats over and over to fulfill the bloodthirsty nature of chat. That's why we play RimWorld. To try and curb your bloodthirstiness. Okay? Basically, this oil field here is the same thing elsewhere. We'll have a bit of bloodthirstiness later, okay? Don't worry, a little bloodthirstiness for a treat later. Okay, I crashed into that lumber mill for no real reason. I really need to have... Well, once the trains come online, I won't be driving the car anymore except for, like, expeditions. Because right now, driving the car in my base is a nightmare. Because I have no roads. Hard had a divine protection, exactly. Now, good news, everyone! We have secondary crushers. We have 3 of them. We also need screeners. They're going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt as well. We're not going to worry about that right now. We need to worry about my dinosaurs and hard hats. So, pipes first. Because we're going to need a lot of dinosaurs and hard hats. And to not give the people what they want is akin to betrayal. And am I a betrayer? You know what? My attorney has asked me not to complete that, like, answer that question. Am I a betrayer? That's my official answer of I'm a betrayer. One day I hope to play a game with a betrayer mechanic with you all, and that's going to be my legal answer. Betrayer god. That reminds me, sorry, speaking of betrayer gods, my son today was wearing like a sleep suit that had like a check pattern on it, and he looked like a harlequin, and then I thought, you know, he's like a servant of the laughing god, and I was like, that's pretty funny. But of course no one in my family knows anything about any of that shit, so it was just me being a nerd on my own. Okay, I need these. How do I make these? It's just petri dishes and moss. Well, I mean, that's not difficult. Blowing a raspberry is the same as pleading the fifth. Is pleading the fifth saying you don't have to say things that'll incriminate you? Keep in mind, I'm not American. I don't know. Like, you think I'd... Yeah, that's the one? Okay. That's a good way to burn your petri dishes. I plead innocence until proven guilty. Only if due course is a thing, in which case, nice try, criminal. I was about to be like, oh no, I gotta turn off my camera to like eat my pavlova, but no I don't. Oh! And that is why the camera was off. That was messy. It's okay. I got a mouthful of meringue. And I ran into a power pole. Don't drive and eat meringue. Or pavlova specifically. Now remember, the fun thing about pavlova, there's some stream lore about pavlova, that me arguing about pavlovas once caused me to dox myself live on stream once. Which was very funny. And by very funny, I mean it is the most anxious I've ever been while streaming. Everything was deleted, don't worry. Well, I think everything was deleted. I certainly made sure I thought I deleted everything. And who honestly cares? I like these coal patches, they seem to last forever. Did I upload that VOD? I did. And I deleted that section. I deleted it, but very, very quickly. The VOD was also deleted on Twitch, like, immediately, once I'd realized what I'd done. I deleted I have no home anymore. I am homeless because I deleted my house. That's a thing you can do, apparently. You know the right people. Which I don't. I'm just going to make infinite moss gene samples. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so we make infinite moss gene samples. That requires biosample. So really the biggest problem is the biosample containers, which need lead and glass and titanium and another mysterious ingredient we've never heard of before. Why doesn't gene moss samples spoil? Because they're built using a fridge. Obviously. Apparently I picked up a bunch of ash there. That's scary. The hell else are you using to fuel? Oh, there's, oh, I see, that's the lid. And there was C'est La Vie, I think. I think that was C'est La Vie. Raw coal. Ash. Just get rid of that ash. It's fine. There's more pollutants in the atmosphere. It's how the world knows you love it. Quite frankly, what I probably need to do here is stop using wood. You name the caravans, but you can't name harvesters. That's a valid point. Kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, you know what? We are going to stop bringing wood in here. We are going to use coal. Which means we also need to do that. You know what? You're probably right there. You're probably right. They can't be. You'd have to move them. Actually, yes they can be. Absolutely they can be. Yeah, it absolutely can be that way. Do not fret, noble viewer. We just need to be a bit smarter than what we were being previously. And another burner. Fun. How much ash does this make? 40. That's not much. That's barely any, actually. But with that in mind... Now see, here's where we have to do a little bit of smarts. But just a little bit of smarts. Okay, we got inventory filled with shit. We could have used a bit more smarts.
Quality? Why not?
Increase quality of stream. Yeah, Ochi, we can do that. Thanks. Finally one more. Hey, look at that. Easily done. Hang on. No, we've made a mistake here. How do we do this? Catch him. Haha. It worked well there, and then it just sort of collapses. We need like... Yeah, it's not gonna work. Do left to right. Zigzag. Oh. It will work. Jim and Meow, is this the mod pack? Well, some stuff to get. Yeah, this is the mod pack doing, forcing me to do this dumb shit. I mean, no, that's not fair. The mod pack isn't forcing me to do the dumb shit. I am forcing me to do the dumb shit. You can't blame the mod pack for everything. Even though I would like to. This is Pynodons, I believe is the actual name for it, instead of what I call it. Let's call it by its actual name, shall we? For a change. Instead of just making up random syllables. Just being wrong. I do so love being wrong, though. I'm so good at it. It is a beast of a mod. I enjoy it. Why is there coal in here? What does that deal with? 200 per minute. That only makes 160 per minute. It should be able to deal with that. Maybe it's just trying to catch up first. Someone is translating GTNH to Factorio. What is GTNH? Okay, let's go make dinosaurs. Great Tech New Horizons. Oh, I see. I understand now. Okay, I'm just holding this charcoal and lead ore. Okay, good. We don't need to hold any of this crap. Can we not hold any of this crap, please? Lead ore goes in the lead ore house. Coal goes in the coal house. Good. Stop wasting my time. I'll take some more yeah, I think we've got a problem with carbon dioxide still. I don't know how we're going to resolve that problem. I just know that we have it. Now, I would like my bio sample containers. Which are steel, glass, lead, titanium. Sorry, I made a mistake there. Sorry, I made two mistakes there. There's a few more streams of sea flow overtaking me. I mean, you know, just be faster. You know the rules. Okay. That will be... Your biggest handicap is your one brain. How many brains do you think I have? Just go faster than the number one in the world, exactly. Not that hard, jeez. When you render creatures with production, you get 2 brains. What? Where's my car? Oh, it's over there. Power's a bit of a problem. We might sort that out. Maybe advice from the number one. I am the number one as well. I'm just as number one as Splee is, except Splee is more number one than me, I suppose. Caravan don't get brains? Yes, they do. They love brains. They're so hungry for brains. What? Ooh, I can turn blood into iron. Caravan? Wait. Caravans go into the inventory to give you more inventory space. Can you put caravans into caravans? Or is that like a bag of Enos holding into a bag of Enos holding? You don't do that. I see. Concerning. You get infinity space. I know. I'm worried about using Gosin's code. You know I am. Gosin, did you sneak a little bit of code in there that nukes specifically me at a very specific point? If so, I wouldn't be mad. I'd just be surprised. I wouldn't even be disappointed. I'd be like, yeah, that's my Gosin. You're my Gosin, no one else's. No. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be mad though. I'd just be like, he's not going to top the time that he nuked me in a mod. That was impressive. So for those who don't know, Gosin made a mod saying stay away from the water, it's dangerous to you. Which, well, it's not called that, but something like, that's the implications. And the idea is if you get close to water, the game throws a nuke at you. Which I downloaded, didn't seem to do anything, and then I left it on for the stream, forgetting that it was on. And then I got nuked because it was C-block. You literally can't stay away from the water in C-block. It was impressive. Oh. Do you wish you had a Gosin so you'd be under the threat of nuclear assault? Nuclear assault in a single player game is a very impressive feat. I have to give it to him. To stay in a train that's safe. I didn't have trains. Look at the victim blaming. It's impressive. Now. Oh. We need these for many things. All sorts of things. Yeah, just... make lots of them. How many dinosaurs do we have? We've got one Digosaur. We need more Digosaurs than that. Your power is running out? That's normal. Now. Power's kind of going slow at the moment because of reasons. That's your mod idea. What do you think? Splitters would randomly work incorrectly. Items can sometimes fall off the belt. And all recipes have the chance to produce an incorrect result. I think, you know, okay, my honest response, funny, but I feel like it needs something more. I don't know what, it just doesn't seem evil enough as it stands. I think it's a good start, that's what I say. And quite frankly, I don't think a good start is enough. You can do better than that, I know you can. Oh no. I tried to belt weave. Okay. Okay. Inserters will randomly rotate 90 degrees. I just feel like we're missing something. I feel like you could be more evil, and I expect better from you, Ghostin, is what I'm saying. So come on, give us your good shit, because this is like baby stuff, and I know you're better than that. I'm not afraid, and this isn't the Ghostin I know and love. The Ghostin I know would make me anxious. And I'm not feeling anxiety right now. See, we're coming into the realms of this is the mod pack for people who actually hate themselves. And this is a good place to be. This is where we want, this is the direction we want to be heading in. Joke's on him, I don't update mods. Gasifier, Mark 1. Oh, the Gasifier, right. I need steel plates, okay. There should be an annoying... it should also play the Windows error sound every 5 to 12 minutes. No, not the Windows error sound, the disconnects, like, USB sound. Or just a random error sound. Sounds are different and difficult. You don't know how to do them? That's true. Pollution hurts the player. Efficiency modules don't exist. Yeah, what we're doing here is just making a mod that is not fun to play, which I'm okay with, but just letting you know that's what we're ending up with. What was I doing? Where was I going? I was here? Some streamer YouTuber will play it, exactly. Correct! That's the real strength, making a streamer do it. Find some idiot streamer who does the things you don't want to do, and make them do it. Anyway, how do people feel about Pteranodon's run? I know there's no R. Steam engines. Do we keep steam engines? I think we should keep steam engines. If I had steam engines, that would have been way easier just then. So we need some Yasifiers. Need lots of Yasifiers. Sometimes trees leave. Trees grow. Trees grow on land that is not had like something planted on it, like ground stuff. You use safety equipment to cut down trees. Yes, that's good. That's good. I'm turning on my camera just so that way you can see that I am putting it on. I do still need to finish my pavlova. Weapon jams, yes. When the weapon jam... Oh, no, wait, not even weapon jams. Just when the... Weapon jams, and you have to, like, build a specific factory to unjam it, or just build a new gun. Oh, you have to buy your guns with real money. How about that? There you go. Now you don't even have to, like, have a Ko-Fi account or coffee. It pays for itself. It pays for itself. Okay, that's my Yasifier. You can pay goes. Oh, turrets jam. Yes. It's not more elaborate. It's just more bullshit. This would not be fun to play for anyone. I need regular pumps as well. Actually, a couple of those. Turrets shoot your own building sometimes. Friendly fire is on. Classic. Elections. You have to win an election sometimes. No ticket. But Splee, you can craft a ticket. But sometimes the tickets are seen as forgeries. Okay, we've got a friend for the digger saw, but only one friend. The turrets get whoa! That's stupid. I love it. I didn't make my screeners. I really need to do that. What I also need to do is not drive through this patch of trees that I've just decided to do. It's fine, we'll get through it. Together. This is why I need a tank. Tank wouldn't give a shit about these things. No, you don't. Okay. Sky, you don't want to play this mod. You know you don't want to play this mod. I don't want to play this mod. The only reason I'd play it is if, like, Gosin threatened me. Does that seem like something Gosin would do? Yes. Gosin would threaten me. Blink once if you're being threatened by Gosin right now. Oh wait, my thing can't blink. I didn't give it. I didn't pay for blinking. Oh well. Half these mods already exist. Okay, cool. They're dependencies. That's easy. Let's put those dependencies. 2 digger saws. Random poison fish. It's like the poison mushroom in Mario. Yeah, that's the thing I love about Mario 2. It's just like, it lets you know fairly early on that you're not meant to have a good time with that game. Negative legendary. Everything starts at negative legendary and you have to equip quality modules to get things to be like better than 1% production. Again, this is just a terrible game idea. I want to burn this biocrite. I'm not liking it. I could have kept that cable, but it's gone now. Oh, wait. There's a pipe there. Oh. Here I was thinking that was just Soulburn's mod being broken, but no. Soulburn's mod is perfect, just like Soulburn himself. Burn those tree seeds. Burn that sap. We'll burn it one day. Not now. Okay, now we need my gasifiers. They can come over here. Why do we need the... Oh, because we want the tar, don't we? I'm gonna get all the syngas, which I'm not really having a plan for at the moment. I guess we can turn it to power later. Once we get into metallics, then we can start turning it into power. Which would be a good power source, actually. Okay, gasifiers. Okay. What's my plan? Something like that, I guess. We need how many again? 24, 26. So 26, 13, 14 in a row, so 28. Which, ironically, is exactly how many we have. 28 divided by... Well, 14 divided by 2 is 7, so if we go 7, probably a good number. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 7. Latex solution. Getting there. How... Oh, you know what? The ultimate way of making the most annoying Factorio mod? Every half hour or so, the game just closes. And deletes a file from the folder. Formic acid? It's something ants have. Ray, you can't do that? Is it because you're being Hal, or because you literally can't do that? I'm sorry, Steve. I cannot do that. Oh, like the ink ribbons in like, what's it called? That game? Resident Evil? Is Resident Evil has ink ribbons? Formic means ant. Oh! Does it? I guess it makes sense that something that ants would have then, doesn't it? Now that I've done this, I realize it probably makes more sense to build on the other side. What's your way to make formic acid? Out of ants. Given. For real though. For real though. Have you got recipe book? The mod recipe book. Okay, I'm going to stop being obtuse. There is a creature called a vrook. Or a varrook. I don't know how to say it exactly. You got Hellmod. Yeah, I recommend... I was using Hellmod to begin with. Wait, no. Hellmod's a factory planner thing. I would recommend looking up vrooks because they're like an ant that you gotta make. That is where you're going to be going. They're flipping every other machine. Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, that's way better, you're right. Soulburn here with the juiciness. I gotta not say with the juiciness. I apologize, Soulburn. That was weak. Even worse, I could have said with the juicy tips. That's gross. We're usually right. I accept that though. Okay, that's my Yasa fires. Oh yeah, no, the ants take forever to make. I probably made my ants too big, but at the same time, I do not regret it. I need more pipes. You have like 3 Yasa. You need more Yasifiers. Can't believe I had to tell you this. How do you Yas? What if you see a queen? What do you say? What do you say if you see a queen? Acceptable queen? No, you say Yas queen. Can't believe it. That's when you think you know a guy. Funny he doesn't Yas his queens. What? How come that one doesn't? Oh, because it's not connected to the same one. Okay. That makes sense. What's the point in doing this right now? I'm just gonna have to do it all again later. Right? I should just come back with the pipes. Yes. Well, yes. Yeah. To be honest, I still haven't built all my pins. My production is over here and half of it's still unbuilt. I'll get to it one day, probably. It was not the right way to go. We need pipes. Who would have thought? We're going to build a lot of gasifiers. How many pipes do you need? I don't know, all of them. Very pipe-centered industry. Because when you're saying yeah, you crash landed on this planet, so technically you build an alien ant farm. Someone's going to be like, actually, technically you're the alien. I know that because they always say, actually, you're the alien. And I say, no, I'm not the alien. They're the aliens. This is my planet. I always make that mistake through that bit. I want to hug the sap hard, and then I don't. There's also sap trees there that have never been actually planted. One day. Okay, why are we here? Pipes. We build that doesn't look like enough pipes. Never enough pipes. You're always gonna need a lot of those. Can we consider what a screener would look like? It would look like a fluid mine drill, simple circuits, small parts, steel and iron plate. Okay. So some of this shit. But not all of it. Oh god, and we are... You know what? That's fine. I'm running into my bus there. No, I just do that. This is a new way of fixing this problem. How are we doing? How are we doing? Arena, we've got small parts, circuit board, iron plates. Do we have... Wait, what do we do? Nice. We need steel. That's an easy enough one to do as well, because we do it like that. No, we do not do it like that. Holy shit, we do not do it like that. Under no circumstances should you ever do it like that. Okay. Then we need a fluid mining drill, which is going to be the next problem. I probably should have started with that. Yeah, I probably should have. Oh! I need burner miner drills. That's going to be stone. Therein lies my problem. Stone. You know what? We're going to build a box. We're going to figure that out later. I'm gonna need pipes. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We just need stone to go in there. Great, then we go into there. That's done. We need these to figure out their way across. Along the way, I'd like to see some pipes. I think that's cool, but I think it would be cooler if they're on different sides. That's kind of cool, I suppose. Okay, that's cool. Simple. Okay. Then we go like that. That gives me everything else I need, right? More or less. So we need steel, which comes through... Does steel come through here? I don't know. It wasn't as helpful as I had hoped it would be. Steel comes through here. Which just means this is a belt of steel. Oh, which means this is a belt of steel. Yes, yes, yes. I see air core inductors. Okay. Yeah, those... Do we just build them and not put them anywhere? Exactly what happens. Could we put them somewhere? Many times in humanity's history, we have asked questions that are dangerous. Such as, could we put air core inductors somewhere? Medical science has found that yes, we can put them somewhere, but maybe you shouldn't put them in there. You know what? I'm not afraid to tell a nurse what I did with a small piece of electronic equipment. Did I shove it up there? Oh, you better believe I did. Do I regret it? No. And I never will. Okay, so now all we need is coal, which, fun fact about coal, not that hard to get. This fun fact about coal, I don't really know how I'm going to run this through anything. Yep, that was almost perfect. Up to the point that something needed to work a bit better than it currently does. Domestication, yes. Okay, then we need to figure out how to get... The coal is everywhere except this last place, right? Uh, we do that. If we did it better. If there was a way to do it better. What if I was just a better person? See, I can get it from there. Then we spaghetti that down there. So easy. It's not hard being an expert at Factorio. All you gotta be is the best person in the world. We're gonna need to make more steel. More steel, whatever. That's what's on my question screen is. So I don't want that anymore. Oh wait, did my question thing work? I think question did work, and then I think I took it away. Yeah, let's put the question tag back in there again. Let's see how it works. Updates the description. Type exclamation mark question for the question of the day. Not sure if I'm always going to have a question of the day. Excellent. Go Sen. It's a game that you love that you feel no one's heard of. There's extra points for on Steam, but also extra points if I have heard of it. Unless it's like Call of Duty, in which case that doesn't count. Because people have heard of that. Base Station 14. That's... Oh, wow. Is it 14? Basically. Is Space Station 14 the game I'm thinking about? Yes! You know what, Nixus? I respect that answer. One I actually do know, but... I've played that. I didn't play it for long, but I played it. That's certainly a game that exists. Where are your points? Is it on Steam? Is Space Station 14 on Steam? Surely not. It's on Steam? Wow. Wow. You have extra points. As we can see, Space Station 13. Are they not the same game? No. Okay. "14 is so much better." I mean, how are they different? Are they like... Is 14 a sequel? Okay. Okay. You know what? Neat. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a sequel to Space Station 13. Okay. Cool. That's pretty neat. I didn't know Space Station 13/14 still existed, so that's neat information to have. Thank you. I knew I'd learn something new about putting this question of the day in. How queer. An iron plate in my group of steam engines? Guess we're doing iron plates now. Okay, we need quenching towers. What do quenching towers need? Small parts, okay. And some pumps. Means engines, I suppose. And pumps? What? Oh, steel, okay. I must quench. Then 2 evaporators. Why a tin plate? We can get that on the way. Lasers 13 has source code stolen. Oh wow. Huh. Wild. I say again, glad that this is what the question of the why I wanted the question of the day, because I felt like I was going to learn some interesting things about video games. And I have. At the very least, I was going to find games that I should at least have a look at. Because I love looking at unusual games, and I think it's neat. Like, I genuinely expect Factorio community to be like an interesting group of people in terms of knowledge of games. Like, I'm not saying we have the best knowledge of games, but I was willing to bet the Factorio community would be like, yeah, we know some games that you've never heard of. I can't fix that right now. Barotrauma, I have heard about it. I've never had a chance to play it, but I've heard about it. It's a game I'd like to play. I don't know if my friends would be keen on it. Although, speaking of games that are not, like, unheard of, in fact quite popular, I've started playing a little-known game known as Helldivers 2. I was going to wait for it to be on sale, and then I couldn't, so I just bought it. I've just been playing it with friends. It's pretty fun, you know? It's I know, a bit of an older game now. It's a year or 2 old, but I've been enjoying playing some Helldivers. You know, I like a co-op game with some friends. It's fun. It's a little bit funny sometimes, you know. I've been enjoying myself. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is the main reason to play video games. I need more steel. Okay. I really need to make more steel in the coming days. Was there diving and hell involved? There was diving and hell involved. And also shouting of fascist phrases. Such as for Super Earth. Because, you know, fascism. Right. Not actually true, of course. You know what? Fascists seem to like it. Maybe the fascists know what they're talking about. Maybe the fascists know what they're talking about. Holy shit, what is that line? Those fascists. They know what they're on about. Where was my alarm? Where was my sound? I was supposed to have a sound. Yeah, I Maybe a surprise. SeiferKatt does not actually condone fascism. I feel like fascism has a lot of problems. Mostly people. Damn people, they ruined fascism. Anyway, since the noise didn't happen, barp! I have to make my own noise now. How are we not making empty planter boxes? Not enough wood. How are we not getting enough wood? I thought this was more than enough wood. Is it not? This makes 20 wood per minute. So it makes 1/6 of that, so 100 per minute. And you want 244 per minute. Yeah, see, that's not even close. I do not make enough wood. That's distressing to find out. Why no camera? I can turn the camera back on now, actually. I had no camera because I was eating a pavlova. And... oh wait. And I didn't want to have people watching me eat a pavlova like a disgusting monster. Because I got self-conscious. I need titanium plates here, apparently. I guess that's for the little hat. It's still working away. Pavlova eating is on the other stream with the feet pics, exactly. Yeah, that's the one afterwards. 50 titanium plate for a little hat seems a bit over the top. They deserve it, but it's a bit over the top. Oh. We apparently need iron chests as well. Okay, well, a lot of hand feeding going on there. I don't like that. Okay. Where's my car? Okay. There was a moment there where I'm like, that doesn't narrow it down at all. But this should make Nyx a light. We're going to need to add more dinosaurs later. Maybe they infuse their claws stick faster. Do I want to fill you in on this? So, Pavlova was named after a Russian ballerina, Pavlova, and New Zealand and Australia have debate over who created it. New Zealand created it first because it appeared in local publication magazines first, but Australia has no goddamn right to even say the word Pavlova. If they get even near a Pavlova, they deserve to be, and I quote, harmed. I am not promoting harm, I am simply stating the law. Hello? No. Australia's claiming Pavlova again. I know they're wrong. Am I quoting harm? Yes. I am joking, of course, but there is a big argument over who created it. But I mean, New Zealand created it. Like a New Zealander created it, not New Zealand as a country. Those Pavlova fascists. You know what? I've always described Australians as Pavlova fascists. Streamer promotes ham. I was going to say something a lot more aggressive, and then I was like, actually, that's getting into the realms of actually Scary Town. I don't believe anyone should be harmed over saying that someone made Pavlova first. You're allowed to be wrong, I guess. Just not about this. You're allowed to be wrong so others can be right. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Okay, 3 dinosaurs. I don't think I'm going to have enough pipes for this. One thing's for sure, I should stop blocking myself. In which I'm going to be doing as this continues. I've just made myself aware. Yeah, no, we hadn't considered ash. Also, it doesn't need to connect to all of them, just one of them. Excuse my language. Okay, no, I hadn't considered gas. Oh, sorry, ash. Only there was a mod that told me that things were connected, right? If only I installed that mod. Why, with patented soul tech, you too can have the power of the gods at your fingertips. Soul tech sounds like what they had in Doom 2016. You know what, we're just gonna bust this. Because as the Ghostbusters say, bustin' makes me feel good. Bustin' makes me feel good! You're like, bro. 1, gross. 2, gross. 3, gross. 4, alright. Also gross. I'm not bust shaming someone here, of course. I'm just saying, don't put in a song how good bustin' makes you feel. Gross. Descent into Madness Part 3. Bro, not even close to Part 3. We're well past Part 3. That's not connected. Part 369, that's closer. I would argue still might be late. But good news, late. Okay. Okay, I mean, it's fine. As stated before, bustin' makes me feel good. You're not busting shame, you're just busting asking why. That's a valid question. Again, I'd like to point out that is a terrible song. That whole song is... Well, no, the first couple of minutes, like the first minute of that song is good. Like, this... The part that everyone remembers of the Ghostbusters theme is good. The rest of it is terrible. Just the minute that everyone remembers is good. And it's a hard truth for some people to realize. Because everyone thinks the Ghostbusters theme is rad. And they're wrong. And as I said, it's a hard truth to learn. But the sooner you learn it, the sooner you will be a better person. A happier person. The Ghostbuster song is kind of meh. Exactly, it is. You think it's cool because it starts cool, right? But then the third verse, you're just like, holy shit, this song sucks. Can I be honest? I didn't actually come up with this take. You think it starts awful? Okay, well then never mind. This take was originally from Northern Lion, I'll be honest. Which, you know, as people who've got great takes comes, getting like a take from Northern Lion is a rough take. I think we can all agree on that. I think it starts awful. That's a take. You haven't seen this in one of the movies? You mean the one movie that exists? There's like one Ghostbusters movie. You don't like the siren? What, the nee-ner siren? That's not even in the... That's a classic. I thought there were 2 old ones and 2 new ones. Technically there are 2 old ones and 3 new ones. Because there's the 2 with the... Because remember there was the one with the all-female cast. I love the siren, but that's just my opinion, man. You don't have to agree with me. I think the siren's the best part of Ghostbusters. Also the fact that they're not afraid of no ghost. Also the new ones are almost 10 years old. That's not true. One of the new ones came out like last year. A couple of years ago? One of them came out during COVID. Hang on. Ghostbusters. 1984. No, not that one, not one. Frozen Empire. Yeah, Frozen Empire is 2024. Sequel to Afterlife. Yeah, there's been 4 Ghostbusters and then also the one with the woman, which I don't believe is canon since they call it Ghostbusters, the new one Ghostbusters 4. It's like what happened to the one with the woman. What happened is the internet does not like women. That continues. Sadly. You like women? That's good. I'm glad. If only more of the internet was not as shit towards women. Yeah, all my Yasifiers working. They are. Yas. Oh, but I need to do the other side. There was 2 old ones, one now new one, a new one, and a new one got a sequel too. Yeah, that sounds right. It's hard to gauge if the one with the all-woman cast is good by reviews, because a lot of them are just very woman-hating. You're like, was the movie not good, or are they just, you know, awful people? And I don't have an answer for you on that. For now, I'm going to exhaust pipe this syngas. We're going to have problems with meat very soon. These guys, little guys, are going to get hungry. Yeah, the little guys are going to get hungry very soon because we're going to have problems with them. I don't really have a solution to that either. Okay. Let's make the changes now before I forget about them. Run out of inserters, it seems. Right, running out of other things as well. Let's just keep building as long as I can, and then we'll... Oh, I'm going to run out of belts. Like, belts are the next thing I run out. The belts are done. Pipes. Yeah, let's do pipes. Okay, that was... Strange and wrong. They came back, but they came back wrong. Damn, I skipped one there. That was cool. Let's save that for last when we actually get all the stuff. Oops. Hey, pipe, 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 pipe. Pipe, 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 pipe. Oops. I think what we do now, we go through here. I press Q a lot here. This is when I wish I had one of those mods that you press the button and it just goes and just does it. You know the ones. Maybe I should get one of those mods. Like, what is it actually adding me doing this? Does anyone have a suggestion for a brr mod? Oh. Never mind. I've been shamed into not wanting it. Ah shit, I trapped myself. Nanobots. Nah, that's cool. I've been shamed into not wanting it now. Ghosten's done his job well. Is it really that easy? I mean, it takes away part of the tedium. The tedium is part of the fun. Making it boring for his entire audience. Look, if my audience is bored by me placing things, then I am not doing a good job as a streamer. Because the whole job of the streamer is to make the boring entertaining, I suppose. Also to be super cute, which I absolutely am. If I wear this low-cut top. Sorry, that was disingenuous. Ah. I didn't. Sorry. Seifer missing the point happens a lot. You name a more iconic duo. Don't worry, I'll wait. Even running out of pipes. I've got enough pipes this time. I ran out of belts, okay? Okay, we need to go get titanium. Iconic trio. Seifer just running out. Seifer not planning. Pybots do open relatively early. I mean, relative is the key word there. I mean, look, you know what? The automated inserters that don't need coal, that is the one blessing this mod had. They could have required the burner inserters for like 20 hours, and they did not. So let's consider that a blessing, shall we? They could have made it worse. I want titanium, which is up here. I can't get through that way. I gotta go around. I'll through that way. I don't know if I needed that much titanium, but I'll take it anyway. Oh, construction bot's placed slightly wrong. That's good. Putting an inserter to take the ash out of the burner instead of taking ash out of the power plant. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I don't think I considered that one, Splee, and now I understand why they didn't do that. Because you're right, that would be hell. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to store some of this. I feel like it's good to store that stuff. Also, it'll clear up another inventory space. Okay, that guy is slowly taking his plastic. What do I want in my life? I have come here for burners. Which I also need iron and steel and stone. Oh, fuck. Yes, I do. Iron, steel, and stone, huh? You mean everything? Okay. The usual suspects. I got way too much titanium on me right now. Actually some steel there. And stone, which we actually have a supply of over here. Unless we turned it all to stone furnaces, which I absolutely did. It's fine. Not enough steel. There's just not enough steel. We could double steel production and probably still be okay, and still short, but... What do we need? Nope. Nope. Stone bricks, copper cables. Okay, that's actually quite doable. Not too worried. And I did want... Right, how do we get rid of syngas? Not that I really want to, but I can put it in an exhaust pipe. I will burn it later, but right now I cannot. Okay, can make more steel. Bonk! Uh-oh. That was a bad direction to drive. Okay. I never got my belts. I never picked them up. I was like, I'm building some by hand. Then we go output, output. You know what? Let's do that. Okay, we have doubled our steel production. Redeem comb. Harsh. So steel production. Teeth camera is off. It's not off. I can see it. Yeah, I think so. Let's just double check though. That makes one plate. Ah. Now I'm skeptical. Can you see my entire head? You do not. Okay, they are working. Good. Alright, so we've doubled our steel production. It's not really what we came here for. Well, not what we wanted to do. Let's go get the belts. Man, that steel production is so good. Doubled. We make steel better than that. Surely there's a better way to make steel. Crushing empty barrels. Okay, that's not... Crushing empty barrels make steel. We will have... I think that's probably the next science, isn't it? No, that's not for another technology level. Ugh. My chair is already sinking. I need to buy a better chair. But the worst part about buying a chair is you never really know if you're going to get a good chair. And sure, they have the displays in the store, but they always kind of suck. Why did I choose to do this? Specifically the way I've built it, not play C-block, which is also a valid question, I suppose. Yeah, exactly. I think that's still not enough. We'll do it this way. Yeah, that's probably good. Car is there, let's go. After 7 months, a few parts just fall off. That's true, actually. All the true statements people are making about chairs. I forgot there was so much coal in this car. Turn into, or just every now and then it'll just grabs the long handled. The best thing you should do with this is also not put it entirely in the notes, everything that it does. Just a couple of examples so people get a taste for it, and then don't tell them all the things it can do. Like, there should be a surprise and going, oh, okay. And then when you update it, sometimes remove like annoying things and add new ones. So that way people never get comfortable. Or, no, hang on, no, better idea, have it dynamic onto the username. And so some people talk about it and say, oh man, my factory does this. It makes people really anxious. But if their username starts with an M, this won't happen. Or if their username starts with a W, it'll only happen. And so that way, yes, that's annoying. So that way some people get like features, like annoying things in their game that won't happen to literally anyone else. So they'll be talking to their friends about it and their friends are like, yeah, it's happened. And they'll never see it. Or on load, it randomizes a couple of things. Yes. But now, just do it this way. We'll have to fix it later. Maybe. Potentially. Jury's out. I would like a light over there. A little too dark. Oh my god, these poor little guys are working in the darkness. How do they find their way home? They have dark vision, and I've ruined it. Okay, and now I need quenching towers, which is going to require tar and water. Wait, why do I only have one quenching tower? That was scary. Right, okay. Yep, sure, why not? Okay. This is all for tailings. Which is a fancy way to talk about Tails the Fox. Now, how do we get rid of saline water? Sinkhole. Gotta build a sinkhole. Put it in a hole. We need more steel plate for that. For fuck's sake! Okay, and flue gas goes up in the exhaust pipes. Okay, we got exhaust pipes. Real quick question, flue gas, do we need it for anything else? No, not right now. We can always make more should we need to. Plug gas. Shit goes into the shithole. Sink goes into the sinkhole, sorry. Flug means flight. Wonderful. Wait, why is tar not full? And what are we doing with the syngas? I wasn't questioning that. You're a smart lad. I thought you were just having fun. That reminds me, did I ever talk about my joke about girls just want to have fun and then Panda's like, that's not even what the song means? Did I ever talk about this? I don't think I did, so we're going to do that now. So, everyone knows the song, girls just want to have fun. And there's a line that goes, my phone rings in the middle of the night, my father yells, what you gonna do with your life? And I always thought that meant like, her phone rings in the middle of the night and her dad just yells at her screaming, like, you know, she picks up the phone and it's just like her dad just going, what are you doing with your life? And I just thought that was very funny. And then Panda's like, no, the phone rings in the middle of the night and the father yells from downstairs. And I'm like, oh, I always just assumed she had like her own place. And Panda's like, no, she's living at home. That's why the father, I was like, it does make more sense that way. But I always interpreted it like the father just rings her. I was like, bling, 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 bling. Oh, hi. Hello? What are you going to do with your life? Oh, shit. Hi, Dad. That's what I thought was happening. Panda was like, that's not what the song is happening in the song. Like, oh. Didn't know that. It's another moment in Panda, in me and my wife's existence, where my wife is just like, he really is just that stupid sometimes. Yeah, I'm going to call my son at 3 in the morning and just shout, what are you going to do with your life? And if he doesn't say, Daddy, you know you're still number one, but girls just want to have fun, there's going to be problems. There's gonna be problems. What are you doing with your life? I'm playing Factorio. Good man. Good man. There is going to be a time that my son's like, I want to be a professional streamer, and I'm going to have to be like, jeez, that's loud. And I'm going to be like, son, let me tell you what a stupid idea that is. You're like, you play Factorio? And I'm like, yeah, and I make almost no money off it. It's not exactly a value proposition. Happy pie noises. Yeah, it was surprising pie noises in that one. And then I'm going to put up here. Okay. I need saline water. Let's just keep going, actually, first off. I still need to figure out what to do with the syngas, which... Have I connected it together yet? I have, okay. For now, I'm just going to... Why can't the Yasifiers have... That's a good question. I guess we got the... What is it called? The other thing that makes a smooth jazz. I can't remember now. Reproduction Center. That makes smooth jazz. So, you know, we got sort of what we wanted. I would like to also build these. Originally there was a time where I was going to build a whole bunch of these, and now I just don't need to. It gives a slightly better efficiency of power, but at the same time, I don't really need to do this, but I started the build and I'm going to finish the build, damn it. Power's a problem. By the way, I fixed the mods thing. I did it. I know that thing's in there, but I fixed the mods thing. Because someone had to go at me last time. And it's the only way I learn. It's really the way to get things done. If it's like, see, if you said you were going to get this done months ago, then good news. Just bitch at me and I'll get it done. Speaking of which, you know what's going to be coming out tomorrow? The ancient texts, yeah. Did you read those ancient texts? Page turners, they were not. God damn you, Star Wars meme to me. Fudge, what was I going to say? I don't remember anymore. Oh yeah, the achievement where I completed Factorio in under 40 hours, that run is going to start going live tomorrow. And it should be going every 2 days until it's complete. Unless I get lazy, in which case it'll take little breaks, but overall it's going to be going up. So, enjoy that. Right, the steel is not worth getting here. What goes in? What? Starting some shit? You want to start a fight? You want to fight me? You want to fight? You want to fight? Take it outside? How far away from trains? How did I enable spoilage? It's an option. It's just an option in the settings. You can just do it. Kind of missed that. Where is it? Not that one. You gotta enable all feature flags and then it's somewhere. It's available. I've already done it and I'm uploading it. I did it like months ago. It's just being uploaded now because SeiferKatt is lazy. I want steel. Steel is kept in a box down here. No worries. Need to help. You know, every now and then, when I say happy I could help, I want to say thanks I could help. Thanks I could help, brother, is what comes into my head. And I'm like, I can't say that. No one gets that goddamn reference except me. You can't say thanks. No, I've even forgotten what the phrase is now. Whatever. John Freeman was Gordon Freeman's brother. I loved that video. I don't know, there was something charming about like old Gary's Mod like flip outs, you know? Gary's Mod where like just the arms and the legs would just go flailing for no reason. I'm sure people still play Gary's Mods, and I'm sure people still enjoy those flipping out moments. Like, I'm sure there are still 13-year-olds finding Gary's Mod for the first time and getting very amused by, like, arms and legs flailing. And then probably zooming on Alex's chest, because 13-year-olds, you know? 13-year-old's gonna 13-year-old. And, you know. That's what they're gonna do. Half-Life, full life consequences! Freaking great. Thanks I could help, that was it. God, I even forgot what the line was. Thanks I could help, brother. Saline water goes in the hole. And then, for now, only for now, the exhaust pipe, is this actually going to deal with it fast enough? Dang, it really does. Almost too quickly, in fact. That was startlingly efficient. He shoots faster than normal because they're in a hurry. Oh yeah, exactly. There's a lot of good things to love about Half-Life Full Life Consequences. I mean, if you're into stupid shit, it's good stuff. Do we have any pumps? I don't think we do. We must have used them for something. Anything, I guess. It is true if there's no inputs. Greater than 25,000. I could have just gone 25k? But I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I don't need syngas. I got so much syngas, and I'm probably going to use it for burning things, like, as a fuel for things, eventually, but not at this exact moment. Okay. So, then we want the evaporator. I hate building on things, but I don't need this crap right now. How? I hate building on things. It feels like such a crime. I'm a bad person. Okay, so all this that I've been building will make raw nixlet. right? I thought this was refining the raw nixlet that the dinosaurs made. Nope. 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 That's not what this does. This is just another way to get this. I misinterpreted that because when I went through here, the dinosaurs are cute ways. That's true. When I went through here to try and get the raw nixlet, I'm just trying to figure out how to do that now. I assumed this was like the mining of no, because it's unresearched technologies off. Right, I assumed it was like one of these deposits. I didn't have the technology for it. Instead, I've just been, however long, making this shit. Well, okay, no, you know what? Good news, good news, good news, good news. The good news is we now have 2 sources of nixlet, which means, and we have made a lot of syngas. We've made a lot of coal gas and a lot of tar. That can be useful later. This is okay. But this was not my intention. Also makes tailing dust. Tailing dust is used to make shit I don't care about. So. Okay, so the dinosaurs are just another way to make it, which is cool. I like the I love the dinosaurs even. I just wish I hadn't done this. But we made dinosaurs. So that's cool. We could have played this entire thing and not seen the dinosaurs, so I'm glad we saw the dinosaur. We're going to need another hole. I'm a little distressed, but that's okay. It just becomes another funny story in this run. Now, this is when I'm going to see if this thing works the way I thought it would. Crafting speed is 4. What's the crafting speed of a stone furnace? Crafting speed 1. Okay, so this will craft way faster. How many do I need before it'll make 18? Okay. Low power is not helping either. That's okay. And very soon we should get an achievement for Nixlet. Ugh. Pain pickle. Okay, first Nixlet plate done. Means we are one step closer. Aluminium we technically have. It seems to think I want a lot more of these things. That's probably reasonable. What I think we do now is we do a caravan outpost. Alright, well, my son has woken up and he is upset. It's a caravan. Yep, we'll do a caravan. It's not quite the production we want right now, but it'll do. We'll probably move all this to a better place later. And we've got a little syngas that we can probably use for like burning, like heating things later, which is fine. If I remember rightly, coal gas isn't as good. Yeah, they're not great. The syngas is probably going to do a better job of it. Okay. So what do we do next? I mean, nickel, aluminium. Do we have a good place for aluminium? That's next to copper would be good. Bingo! Right there. Also make our copper. let's do it properly. Can I just burn it? No, it doesn't. Okay. You know what? Let's do it this way. We need duralumin, right? Oh! We have a new way of making aluminium? Wait a second. No, no. No, we do not have a new way of making aluminium. We will have a new way of making aluminium, but not yet. We'll need coal gas for that, thankfully. Coal gas is something we're probably going to have a shortage of, maybe. Then copper plate. We'll do it through the fancier way. And then we'll just mine that. Sorry. We can build a copper mine? No, I don't think we can. Didn't take what you said seriously? I didn't, don't worry. But thank you for coming back and saying that, I appreciate that. But no, I didn't take it seriously. We'll use syngas, I suppose. Might as well, right? That's what we make it for. So, 45 mining drills. Those can be built. I can build fluid mining drill twos. What is the advantage of them? They mine at twice the speed. They consume electricity. Wait, what? They consume electricity. Oh ho ho. Yeah, no, that's why I appreciate a Nexus. I honestly, you say that, I still remember like one of the worst criticisms I ever got. I made a video for FTL about how to get the mods working, because I really struggled with it. I spent like half an hour trying to get the mods working. It annoyed me. So I made a 5-minute video, or like a 3-minute video on YouTube about how to get the mods working. And I was quite proud of it. Like, it showed step by step, it showed how to install the mod, it showed how to remove the mod. And I was quite proud of it. And after about a day or two, I got a comment saying, "This is the most useless video on YouTube I've ever seen." And I deleted it because I was so upset and embarrassed. Which is a really stupid thing to do, but I like, there's a random nobody, and this was like 15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Soon after, like a year or so after FTL came out. I don't know how long that's been. My point is, it's like, that affected me, and it shouldn't have, but it did. So no, I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you. Wasn't that bad a video. Look, I've seen more useless videos on YouTube, I think we all agree. And so no, I 100% get where you're coming from, and I appreciate you saying so. No, the real problem we've got... Well, the problem is the way our minds work is that it's not necessarily what gets said that affects us. It's the negative things affect us more. But that commenter has grown. You know what? So do I. I hope they didn't hurt more people. Like, I'm pretty confident with who I am these days, but like, I don't do help videos. And I thought someone might be able to learn from what I was struggling with, so I thought I'd be helpful. And, I mean, clearly that guy knew. But, yeah, it hurt me. I was hurt. I don't know if it's actually going to help that much. Come on, little. I really need to just spend some time and get the power sorted out a bit better. These things probably take into metallics. They take into metallics, yeah. But we got a full new metal made, and we've got a plan for the next one. But we need to get power sorted, so I think what we're going to do next time, even though I don't want to, is we're going to F around with the power for a bit and get this flare stacks sorted out, because it's terrible. It doesn't work. The 2-to-1 ratio seems to be pretty good usually, so I think we stick with the 2-to-1 ratio. Because I mean, this one, yeah. I think we're going to bust this all down. Let that, like, bust it down in stages. There's one coal belt not going anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. So I think that's what we do next session, so that way we get more consistent power, because right now... What is demanding our electric mining drills? Yeah. So if we try and make duralumin at this level, all we're going to do is shite ourselves. Could busting that down make me feel... Busting does make me feel good, so yeah, it would. The good news is... Nickel... isn't going to be that big a pain. I need to sort out my meats. I think my meats are wrong. Because I think we've got...
Did someone order quality?
Someone order quality? Yes, thank you. So we probably need to move where the meats are going, because I think... Power being shite is not helping that either. So we need to get some caravans together, we need to get that... Yeah, okay, there's a few things that need to be done. But I'm mostly happy with how we're going. There's a lot of steps to it. Yeah, okay, so next session we are rebuilding this. So we're going to need steel. Hopefully we've got a lot more steel available. I think we actually get the secondary crushers going as well. Why though? Because it's a more it's a better belt in terms of how much you can fit in it. Like the belt is holding effectively more fuel. But yes. And a lot of this needs to be pulled down. I mean, the good news is we can pull some of it back up again for like more power. Why is this? Some of them aren't even working. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Okay, that's what we'll do next time. It's sort out power, bust this all down, build it back up again to be useful. Maybe get some more secondary crushers just so we can infuse the belt with a little bit more oomph. We've built no more of these. That's not surprising because the steel is disappointing. Steel will remain disappointing as well until we... Hang on. No, never mind. I was like, how's power for you fine? It's not. We have a shortage of limestone, that's the actual problem. Fascinating. You need more limestone. Literally all it takes is water and we don't have enough of it. How do you F that up? All it takes is water. Yeah. Water go in, limestone come out. Takes power too. Ah. I know we're in low power. God, I'm so horrible. Had to use a Certus? No, you don't. It's got an output. It's got an output right there. It's like a mine. It's the low power. I'd look at it again then. How much remains in the old ash hole? Still 54,000. I was just looking at it. 51,000. But I mean, there's still. I mean, we've got a few ash holes. We've got that one. That was a big ash hole, and then we've got this one here, which I haven't even started to empty yet. Alright. The big storage thing? It's a... what is it? A shed? It's a deposit. There's a few things like that. There's... what are they? The shed, the storehouse, the warehouse, the deposit. Actually relatively cheap. But generally, if you're building a storage that big, you probably don't need it. I'm generally happy with my next light production despite things that went wrong. Yeah, and the lack of power is causing everything to sort of stop working. Alright, well that's probably a good time to save. We are 50 hours in. Final look at the lizards. You know what? We can look at the lizards. There we go, there's 3 of them. You know what? That's where we're going to end it. We're going to end it. We're not even going to go to the camera today. We're just going to go to the lizards. Thank you everyone for watching today. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you're new here, please do consider following. I would appreciate it. I will next be streaming on Monday, but I will be... oh, pebble over on the spoon. I'll next be streaming on Monday, playing some RimWorld, as we try to take our desert colony to space, or at least to not shithole desert. Thank you for following. I'm too tired. I hope you get some rest. I hope lizard upgrades get different colored hats. You know what? I agree. If I had done this properly, I would have had all lizards, and I could have had like dozens of lizards out there, but I've messed up. That's disappointing. They should carry the crystals in their mouths. They should, you're right. They probably do. Anyway, so I'll be playing RimWorld on Monday, but on Thursday and Saturday, I will be back to the old factory. Or factory sensors. You don't want that. So be here for that. They need lights. It's too dark for them. Feel bad. But yeah. YouTube.com/SeiferKatt is where you can find VODs. There are Factorio VODs going up every 2 days, starting from tomorrow. So check that out. Unsafe working conditions. That it really is, you're right. And I'll sort that out when they get their 4th friend. Which one's called L Waffles? I don't know which one's called Waffles. I haven't monitored them for it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.